Have you ever had that feeling, that sense that maybe you or your child could use a little extra support, but you just have no idea where to even start? Well, today we're going to pull back the curtain on psychological services and talk about finding a real path to clarity.
And that's really the core question, isn't it? That nagging feeling of uncertainty, something needs to be understood on a deeper level, but figuring out that first step can feel absolutely overwhelming. But I'm here to tell you, finding the right guide is the most important part of the journey. So to really get a handle on what this kind of support looks like, we're going to take a closer look at a practice called Bridges of the Mind. They specialize in really thorough psychological assessments, so they're a perfect example of how this whole process can work.
Right off the bat, their whole philosophy is just powerful. It's not about finding problems or sticking on labels. It's about seeing the entire person. That means really embracing what makes someone unique, truly respecting their individual needs, and, this is the big one, seeing their potential. It's a huge shift from looking for what's wrong to building on what's strong.
So how do they actually do that? Well, it all comes down to a few key things. They bring in expert-level testing, but they do it in a warm, comfortable setting, which, let's be honest, is so important for getting a clear picture. Everything they do is based on up-to-date science, not old, stuffy theories. And they are all about supporting neurodiversity and inclusion. Oh, and they offer both in-person and virtual options, which adds a layer of flexibility that so many of us really need these days. Okay, so what does an assessment actually look like? I know the word itself can sound a little intimidating, but it's really just about creating a personalized map, a guide to understanding. So let's break down how their process actually works. And who is this for exactly? Well, their support really covers the whole spectrum. We're talking about young kids and teenagers trying to navigate school and social stuff, but also adults who are just looking for a deeper understanding of themselves. They even help with things like cognitive testing for gifted program placements. And they also have deep expertise in specific areas like autism, ADHD, and learning disabilities. They also do something called independent educational evaluations, or IEEs. Now listen up, because this is important. An IEE is when an outside expert does an evaluation because a parent doesn't agree with what the school district found. This can be an absolutely critical tool to make sure a child is getting the right kind of support at school. They've boiled the entire journey down into 3 simple, manageable steps. First up, a free 15-minute consultation. This is your chance to ask anything you want, see if it feels right, all with zero pressure. If you decide to move forward, step 2 is the personalized evaluation, which is tailored specifically to you. And finally, you get this comprehensive report that isn't just a diagnosis, it's a roadmap, packed with resources and clear next steps. Getting this kind of clarity can honestly be life-changing. But what really makes this service stand out from the rest? Let's dive into the things that really show why this matters so much for families and individuals looking for answers. Okay, this right here, this is a total game changer for so many people. No wait lists. If you've ever tried to get these kinds of services, you know that waiting can take months, sometimes even a year. Being able to start right away can make all the difference in the world. And that speed doesn't just stop at getting you in the door. The entire process, from the evaluation itself to getting that detailed report in your hands, takes just 2 to 3 weeks. Think about that. It turns what could be a long, anxious waiting game into a short period of real, productive action. Now, that kind of speed and efficiency doesn't just come out of nowhere. It's built on a foundation of serious expertise. The team has over 30 years of combined experience working specifically with neurodivergent clients. That kind of focused knowledge is what makes their assessments so insightful and accurate. And all of that leads to what is maybe the most important part of their practice, a neurodiverse affirmative approach. So what on earth does that mean? It means they completely reject the old, outdated idea that being neurodiverse is some kind of problem that needs to be fixed. Instead, they see it for what it is, a natural and valuable part of being human. And that changes everything. The assessment becomes a tool to find strengths and support challenges, not just a hunt for a label. And you can really feel the impact of that approach in the things people say about them. Just listen to this from a past client. I received an extensive evaluation report with an abundance of resources. I've never had this level of help in the years I've been seeking evaluation and diagnoses. Wow, that really says it all, doesn't it? It's the difference between getting a diagnosis and getting a real plan for the future. So after hearing all that, you're probably wondering, okay, so what's my first step? The great news is they make it incredibly simple and easy to get started. It's really straightforward. You can just head over to their website or give them a call if you have some initial questions. From there, you just schedule that free 15-minute consultation. It's totally no obligation, just a low-pressure way to talk about your situation and see if it's the right fit.
So really, the final question isn't just about finding help. It's about finding clarity. If you feel like you're ready to go from uncertainty to understanding, all the information you need is right here. After all, what could possibly be more empowering than finally having a clear path forward?